Hi guys, part 2 of the VW T6 interior. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll leave a link in the description, you can go and look at that. In part 1 I cut out all the pieces for the front driver and passenger seat. Now I did make a little bit of a mistake when I came to cut everything out. I'll show you. So when I came to cut out all the seat pieces, I cut them out as or just the bolster parts, I cut them out as one piece of the plain black leather. So I needed to cut each bolster as two pieces, so one in the plain leather and one piece in the perforated leather, so they go together like that. So it's got an insert piece here of the perforated leather. So I had to recut all of those. They were already foam backed at the time, so I had to remove the foam from the leather pieces, recut the plain leather, and then cut these pieces from the perforated leather. So I had to do that with the backrest bolsters and the seat bolsters as well. So that's obviously put a little bit of time onto this job and wasted a bit of leather. So now I can get on with sewing. So I need to sew all these pieces together so they end up looking like that. I'm going to top stitch, just a single row top stitch along the plain leather. That's going to be in a light grey. So all the diamonds onto the centre panels. Then I need to sew any pieces together, so the side borders and the side borders on the seat and the side borders on the back need to be sewn together. So yeah, today's quite a lot of sewing. So I'll get on with that. I'll do the diamond stitching first. I've got all that drawn out, and then I'll move on to all the rest of the pieces. I'll get everything sewn together that I can sew in black thread first, and then I'll change over to grey. It's pointless, keep swapping threads. All the black sewing now, so I'll be sat at the sewing machine for quite a few hours. So I'll get on with all that now. So I'm cutting the these little match marks here. They are going to be for where the pocket goes. So I need to sew them pockets on. I need to hem along here on all four of these pieces. So these are the backrest side bolsters, side borders, and then I need to sew the top half. So it comes in three pieces. It's one for each side, and then a top. So that'll get sewn on onto there. I'll just put them all together into sets. That's the back border to the seats, and these are the side borders. So I've got four of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have a front part to each one of those. That's 1, 2. So that's all the borders. I need to sew all these together. So I'll put them together in pairs. Those are all for the backrest. So it's quite a lot to get on with. I'll get on with these first and then do the rest. So the machining has now been done on the seat base and the backrest. I've already fitted the seat base, this is here now. I just need to fit the backrest. I still need to cut out the armrests and the headrests. So I'll fit this first, and then I'll cut out the armrests and the headrests. I'll make up the armrests, I'll fit them on. I'll leave the headrest till last, I always do. I hate doing headrests. I hate doing armrests as well, but the T6 armrests are not too bad. They're quite a simple design. So we'll grab the seat and start to fit this. I'm going to place this on the floor. It's much easier to start it off on the floor. It's inside out, so I'm just going to kind of roll it on, get everything lined up first. I'm going to make sure all the seams are turned at the back. And the trickiest part of these is getting these hog rings in. So I'm just going to get the steamer on, just so I can stretch it a little bit and get it on. They are tight, but because this is leather, it's a little bit thicker than the original fabric that was on, and getting the plastic strip to go into here is sometimes very challenging, just because of the thickness of the leather. So I'll ease the cover down, get it as far onto the seat as possible. The steamer will just help with that. So we're looking okay for now. Everything seems to be in a decent place. I know it's going to be very tight getting on. I do make them tight. A little bit tighter than I should really, but I like them to be tight. So I'm just making sure that the lumbar support is loose as it can be. So I'm going to wash the centre panel here just to get the white pencil off it. Give it steam, cut out the holes for the headrest and the armrests, and then I will fit the seat base onto it and let you have a look. A little bit of a glue mark here, which I'll get rid of with a tiny bit of white spirits. So these plugs only fit in one way. There's two different sizes. So the longer one goes at the top and the short one goes at the bottom. And you've got to just turn them to line them up. Oh, they're in. So there we have it. That's the passenger seat done. So I'm going to fit the passenger seat in. I can put the armrest on when the seat is actually in place. It's not an issue. Same with the headrest. So I don't like to have two seats knocking about, even though I make the covers at the same time. I always leave the driver's seat to last, just in case I need to move the vehicle. It's just a bit easier having a seat in there to move it. So I will just check, make sure I've not missed anything out. Yeah, and then I'll fit this one in the van, and then I'll remove the driver's seat and fit that. Obviously the driver's seat is exactly the same as the passenger seat. There's no difference in the seat itself, in the cover. They're not handed, they can go on either seat. The cover is identical. So the process is exactly the same in making the cover, fitting the cover. So you obviously don't need to see that, but I've still got to do the armrests and the headrests, and the seats then will be done. I do have the back seats to do, but they will be very similar to these. So if you want to see the covering of those, you'll have to tune in to the next episode. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope to see you again. Bye.